Can't see my shirt. Winter is coming, even though it's already here. Hey folks, it's Charlie in Westeros here. So I don't even know if there is even anyone still around to tune into my channel, but I figured better safe than sorry in the off chance there are still one or two of you loitering around and wondering and waiting if I'll ever post new content. And to get right into the point of this video, the short answer is yes. I have been working on videos, so after well over a year of not posting anything here, I do have things in the work to put on this channel. Now, the reasons why I've been so MIA is basically the point of this whole video. So I'm going to try to break it all down in a way that will hopefully be coherent. I'll start by talking about what I've been doing for the last 1+ year. Then I'll talk about why I never made videos regarding the ending of Season 8 of Game of Thrones until very soon. And then I'll finish up by talking about my future plans for this channel. Spoiler alert, yes, it does include videos on A Song of Ice and Fire, as well as the Targaryen prequel series. I have also included timestamps in this video in the comment section below, so feel free to skip around if, for example, you don't really want to hear the TLDR part of my life for the last year, and just want to hear about what kind of stuff I'll be uploading on my channel going forward. Anyway, without further ado, let's just get right into the swing of things. So, what have I been doing for the last year? As some, or many, of you may know, I was in my last year of studies in 2019-2020, where I finally finished up my last year of law school here in Canada. Now, I had debated doing a closing Game of Thrones video during that time for Season 8, but in all honesty, I chose to prioritize both school and my social life at that time, and so the channel just naturally fell to the wayside, unfortunately. I don't want to say I had no interest in my channel during my time at law school. It just didn't end up being particularly high on my list of priorities, especially following the conclusion of Season 8. Fast forward to March 2020, and just like for many of you, or most of you actually, COVID hit Canada fairly hard, and so I ended up finishing my last 2 to 3 weeks of law school online in early April, before then writing my school finals online as well in mid-April. Right after that, I began preparing for my 2 professional bar exams, which I wrote in July and August respectively. I can now happily say that the time was well spent studying for them because I passed both. I also started doing my articling work in September, which is sort of like a paid internship that law graduates typically need to complete in Canada in order to become full-on lawyers. It's crazy because I pretty much interviewed and landed the job a week before everything shut down due to COVID. So again, the odds were very much in my favor in that respect. It's kind of crazy to say this, but I'm back at my folks' place, working remotely for the time being until everything calms down. It's not something I had originally expected in the first half of 2020, but all things considered, I can't really complain considering this has definitely helped my wallet out quite a bit. In short, this is basically one of the more recent reasons I've been slacking. TLDR, I had been wanting to focus on getting used to working remotely and become more familiarized with my job, so I guess my YouTube script writing was pretty limited up until recently. Now, let's talk about the real stuff most of you stragglers somehow still subscribe to me want to know about. My thoughts on Season 8, specifically the finale. So it might sound strange, but just writing my thoughts down and trying to make a video to discuss the ending of Season 8 and Game of Thrones as a whole really has been a bizarrely difficult task for me. I've quite literally been at a roadblock for the last few months, almost half a year even, I would say, because I've just had so much trouble putting my thoughts and feelings into words. Part of the issue is that I told myself I needed to make a video addressing the end of the TV series before I even choose to do anything else on this channel. So coming to you all now at the very end of 2020, or at least at the beginning of 2021 even, it's like December 31st while I'm filming this, well, obviously it shows that it turned out to be a much bigger hurdle than I ever anticipated for me. So, the tentative plan for now is to still get that Season 8 thoughts and feelings video out before I discuss anything further, but just like George R.R. Martin with his Winds of Winter release dates, I don't want to promise anything because there are other videos I really want to make and upload to my channel. For now, hopefully I can get the Season 8 video over and done with soon. I have talked a bit about it on Tony Teflon's channel, a couple of live streams I did with him a few months ago. Actually, it's probably more like half a year now. And I do strongly recommend you folks check it out if you haven't already. But in short, the last season left me feeling a weird combination of melancholic, dissatisfied, and all in all, just at a loss for words as far as that season goes. But I'll save all that, or as much of that as I can, for my actual video on Season 8. Now to talk about the future of this channel in general. Where do I go with this channel once I make that video on the Game of Thrones finale? Yes, I do plan on discussing the House of the Dragon prequel series when it airs. Despite my lack of social media presence lately, I am still super excited about it because the Targaryen Civil War was always one of my favorite events in Game of Thrones / The Song of Ice and Fire lore. So I'm really hyped to finally see them materialize that story on our TV screens. The same goes for the last 2 books, of course. Once George R. R. Martin finishes writing them, whenever that is, I most certainly intend on covering them and create some content focused on those as well. And of course, the same goes for any other piece of literature George R. R. Martin might produce set in the universe or the world of The Song of Ice and Fire. That said, Game of Thrones content alone isn't really enough to keep this channel actively going or interesting as far as I'm concerned. So, what else would I do with this channel? Well, here's a short answer to that. As many of you know, I have also done the occasional video about a myth or a legend in the real world, so those are videos I fully intend to cover. However, my plan is to also bring in elements of some more recent popular fantasy series. Here's an example of, I guess, what I mean. So The Witcher series came out on Netflix about a year ago now. Fun fact, a decent amount of that lore from The Witcher is actually drawn from Slavic folklore, so you can trust that I will be talking about the type of lore that, for instance, helped inspire aspects of the Witcher series. Obviously, I won't just be doing that with The Witcher, but that is something I hope to achieve with this channel. Another thing I've debated doing is working on a separate channel where I just upload content that I want to put up. I've been kind of all over the map with what kind of stuff I would upload, but in the end, if I do go that route, I figure I would just upload stuff I generally feel like talking about and see where it takes me. Of course, my current main focus is to try to get my Charlie and Westeros channel back up and running a little bit though. Anyway, folks, I will leave this video at that for now, but please let me know how you feel about my plans for this channel and a potential other channel. More importantly, let me know if there would potentially be other kinds of content you would like to see from me on YouTube. I am certainly all ears and eyes on the comment section. Lastly, don't forget to please slap a like on this video if you get a chance. Take care for now, and I should see you all next time.